So we're going to start off with a very foundational exercise for Mr. Ted. So this is relax on a mat. You can break out any sort of mat is fine and dandy, but you do want to have something that you're going to pick up off the ground and it's not just going to stay out uh, all day. So not like a dog bed or something like that. And what we're going to do is we're going to wait for Mr. Ted, to come on over to the mat, and really that's the only command that we're going to give during the exercise. It's just saying his name, that's fine. Anything else uh, is not fine. So we stay silent. And another reason for staying silent is that it will help Mr. Ted, to work through this and realize that he's got the capacity to do this all on his own and that he doesn't need anyone to just coach him through and give him commands on what to do during this exercise. So I'm just going to give him treats every time that he goes into an increasingly relaxed body posture. So initially, step one, a treat for coming over to the mat, then a treat for hanging out on the mat, then a treat for giving me an SIT, which he's offering up, and then I'm going to wait. Good. Every time he sniffs down towards the mat, good, and engages with the mat, I'm going to give him a treat. Then once he is doing that periodically and just keeps coming back to sniff the mat, I'm going to stop giving him treats for sniffing the mat and see if he will then give me a DOWN. Okay, so we'll give him one. He's been hanging out for a prolonged period of time. A little sniff down towards the mat. Let's give him another chance. Withhold the treats so he realizes he's not getting treats for doing that. He's going to say, what else do I need to do? So again, giving him an opportunity to work through this on his own. Two calming signals that you can do during this are a big yawn, which can let him know, good job, bud, that he can relax, as well as a big inhale and exhale, just going. Those are two calming signals, and they let your dog know that you're relaxed, so they can be relaxed. So that's really the name of the game during this exercise. We want Mr. Ted to learn that he has the capability to relax himself. So with all the different noises in your apartment, this can be a very beneficial exercise that Mr. Ted realizes that he can calm himself and relax himself. And so just so you know, the end result that we're looking for is Mr. Ted in his DOWN and with him resting his little chin down on the mat. And the way that we would get his little chin to rest down is once he gets into his DOWN, then we'll wait for him to start sniffing down towards the mat, and then give him treats once he actually rests his chin down on the mat. So you're giving him treats basically for proximity. So when he's getting close to doing what you're looking for, give him a treat, and he keeps getting closer and closer to that end result, which is a DOWN with my chin resting down on the mat. So that's great. That might be about as far as we are going to get today in our relax on the mat. Then we come on over and then we offer up an SIT. So see if you can get any further than this. But if he's coming over to the mat routinely, relaxing, giving you an SIT, then that's perfect. And ideally, if he starts giving you a DOWN, that's great. But again, no commands or anything. He's got to do it all on his own accord. I thought he was going to give us that DOWN for a second, but not quite. That's okay. And I also like to tuck my hands in my lap, as you notice here, and that will help him to realize he's not going to get treats from just trying to come and snatch him out of your lap. So tucking him here can be helpful as well. Okay, so another great piece about this exercise is that it'll give Ted an opportunity to cultivate his curiosity and realize that he needs to keep working through to figure out what it is that's going to get him those treats. So next what we're going to do is our name game exercises. So I'm going to take some treats. Ted, drag him up towards my face. As soon as Mr. Ted gives me some good eye contact, then I'm going to clicker that moment. Ted. Very good. Ted. Very good. Then I'm going to stop dragging the treats up towards my face and say his name. Ted. Very good. Ted. Perfect. Ted. Good. Then I'm going to see if he has the ability to come back and give me some good eye contact, even though I've got these treats that are interesting out here at the side. Ted. So you'll notice I'm saying it one time, and that gives him an opportunity to think it through. I don't want to repetitively ever say any of my commands, but particularly with the name game exercises, we want to make sure as soon as we say their name one time, boom, they'll focus in on us, and don't want them to get in the mode of drowning us out. Let's give him another opportunity here. Ted. Very good. Perfect. So that's a great one because we want our pup to be able to focus in even though they're really interested in something else. Perfect. We'll get home back in. So lastly, what I'm going to do, take some treats and toss them on the ground as far as the name game exercises. Go, bud. Ted. So as soon as he looks at me, usually pups will look at you in the chest when you're doing this exercise. That's fine. Toss a treat on the ground. Ted. So that's a little bit delayed. I'm going to toss it a little bit closer so you can get a little bit quicker. Ted. Better. Very good. Let's try that again. Ted. Very good, sir. So then I like to parlay my name games into some good recall. So he's already coming on over as soon as I say his name. So I just introduce his name and then, or introduce come. Because we've already introduced his name, he's zipping on over. So we'll take a treat, toss it on the ground over here. Ted, come. Come on. Take a treat, toss it over here. Come on. Here you go. Ted, come. Come on. Treat over here. Ted, come. Oh. Treat on the ground. Ted, come. Come on. So again, on this one for our clickerable moment, I like to click as soon as he looks at me, let him know as soon as you're focusing in on me, that's when you've done the right thing. If he gets in a mode where he's not coming all the way up to you, you can wait till he gets all the way over here and then give him a click. But initially when I'm working through this exercise, I want him to know as soon as you focus in on me, you've done the right thing. Ted, come. You clicker him right there as soon as he starts zipping on over towards you and checks in with you. So that is perfect. We'll keep working with the little cutie. And I'm going to see exactly where he's at, and then we will check back in next week on these skills, and then see if we've also built on what we're going to do off camera here and see what kind of foundation we can lay. So very, very good day one, Mr. Ted.